and seek. Prepare to be caught. Here I come now. Let's play hide and seek. Riding on the playground. No one dares to make a sound. Round and round and round and round. No one wants to be first found.
All right. Once dispatch lets me know that actually exists, I'll catch you this. All right.
No worries.
You guys over at which department did y'all come from?
I don't know. I was at a friend's house.
I couldn't tell you the numbers.
Okay. Do you know the person hosting the party?
Some guy named Matt, I think.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't know.
You're in the middle. What's your first name? Ethan.
Hello. Just thought I'm going through my photo albums, and I'm just making little chunky videos here and there. Finally, an arrest. Matthew Moye, 22, whose house overlooks, or used to, well, theirs is still there, but the other one isn't, whose house overlooks the victim's house, told Insider he called in the September 1st noise complaint because he had an early morning the next day. Well, I don't know if you guys remember, but that noise complaint was called in like at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. What time do you go to bed, Matt? We know you didn't go to bed very early on the November 13th because Mr. Eyebrows told us so. And it's all on video. He said he and Gonsalves once, mind you, listen to the words carefully in here. He said he and Gonsalves once walked their dogs together and that she was friendly with Mortensen. Their surviving roommate. That he was friendly with Mortensen? Is that how he put that? That's weird because I wonder how they know each other. Seriously, I wonder how they know each other. That's weird. Moye said that the 3 women and their 2 roommates, mind you, that makes 5. Do you guys recall when Ashlyn did her little interview and she said that she didn't live there? Well, it sounds to me like she lived there. Matt says she's saying she lived there. That's also very strange, in my opinion. He was friends with them, so he says. Were pleasant, but had a penchant for throwing parties where country music was blasted throughout the neighborhood. They were pleasant, but had a penchant for throwing parties that blasted country music throughout the neighborhood. He sounds a little, like a smartass, or like maybe he's angry. Maybe he didn't get invited. What's the deal here? Matt, what's up? Why are you angry, boy? You're not sounding like you're being friendly yourself. Now, something just struck me as I was rereading this and saying it out loud, is that doesn't this word penchant has a penchant for, the way he worded that, doesn't that sound like someone that would say clad in black? It does to me. It sounded purely like everybody was having a good time all the time, he said. They were sweet girls who liked having fun. On December 30th, after a search lasting more than a month, police arrested a 28-year-old criminology graduate student, Brian Kohberger, and charged him with 4 counts of murder and 1 count of burglary. Prosecutors say Kohberger had driven from his Pullman, Washington. Well, why isn't the rest of this in here? Well, I'm going to have to figure that out. Hold on. Well, damn. I guess I'm going to have to go find this. But I find what's really interesting is that his article is in here And then all of a sudden they bring up Brian. Things that make you go, Matt's a pilot now. He flies all over the place. He's also a DJ. He likes to DJ in Seattle. He also is an affiliate of EcoShield. His daddy's a pilot in the same place where they train the Top Gun pilots in Nevada. Oh, his brother graduated from U of I too. He's actually got a degree, a major in international marketing. I think he's living in Puerto Vallarta now with his dog, Bodie. Cute name. Yeah, Ty likes to go by Thai Dubai because they visit Dubai a lot. It's very pretty there. Although I'd be very scared of that place for some reason. I feel like I'd always be, on the verge of being kidnapped or something. But that's just me. It might be a very nice place, but not from what I've heard. You gotta be rich. You gotta be somebody to live there, is what I've heard. So, is this family some somebodies? Just curious. That's all. Just a walk through them where things are. Banfield, bottom left arrow. The pathway to the King House. Sigma Chi down the bottom right. Audio Cam, mid-level right. Taylor Avenue Apartments, they're all this long stretch there. Then there's a Queen Road. You go between and back around the Queen Apartments if you like, and then to Linda Lane. And then there's a King House right there off to the right. And all the way to the right is Adam and Jack's. And then Matt's house is right up there. Right up there, almost on top, literally, of the King House. And from their balcony, you can see everything. In fact, they must have a hell of a view now with that house gone. What a view now, huh? Let's check out their backyard. Isn't it crazy how you can't really even see their house back there? But their house is definitely back there. This is such a dreary photo, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Scary. Good afternoon, everyone. I had to look and see what time it was. That's why it's like long-breathed. Long-breathed. That's a word now. Oh my God. Well, howdy, everyone. Hope everybody's doing great. I've got some pictures to show you. I'm going to take you on a little tour because I don't think a lot of people know about this. I mean, I think they know about the name, but they don't really know, like, the whole gist of it, like where it's at, the distance it's from, so many different things. So, prior to this video here, I will be putting one before this, which you've already seen already, which is the one in Banfield, where Saeed, when the police officer asks him where he has been drinking, basically, he says at Matt's house. Well, this is Matt's house. This is Matt's house. Okay, so this is the front of their house. And this is off of Walenta Drive. Okay, what my plan is, and hopefully I succeed, is to show you the distance, basically how close these houses are on each other. I mean, they're literally right on top of each other. And this house is really on top of the King House. Like, it literally overlooks everything they do. Right into their back window. I mean, they're it's like they're really on top of them. It's crazy. So I'm just going to show you a bunch of different pictures, and hopefully it'll get the message through. But I want to show you from where the guys ran down from the King Road area, from below these guys, to Banfield. And that's when the cops stopped them and gave them those tickets. And I just wanted to show you just how close it was, because they said they were at Matt's house, a party at Matt's house. Well, this is Matt's house. They would have had to have gone right past the 1122 King in order to get down to Banfield. I mean, literally right past it. They couldn't have done it any other way from where they were coming out to where the cops could see them. There's no other way they could have done it. So please forgive me, but there might be some doubling up on things. Like, for instance, the thing that's coming up right after this, it's going to just basically repeat itself. But I needed to tell you that first part before you watch this. Thank you. And they're going to be coming from the King Road area. Like, they're going to be coming from that direction. And they're going to be moving towards Banfield, towards Sigma Chi area, towards the fraternities over there. So this one right here is actually, if you're standing on Taylor Avenue where the cops are and they're giving the tickets, and you see where the guys ran down from, well, as you walk up that little path in between those two places, there's a little walkway, and it's going to end up at King Road, right on top there, King Road, and you'll be looking directly at the 1122 King Roadhouse where the murders happened. Now, if you were to say walk straight through that house, let's say that's just how it's going to be. You got a door, I mean, just, you know, as the crow flies, you're going to walk in that front door and straight out the back sliding glass door. And then you're going to, there's a little slight backyard, the patio in the backyard. There's like a little small, little teeny weeny, slight little, you know, you can't even, it's a molehill basically. You walk up, and then you have the back parking lot up there. And the parking lot isn't that big. I mean, you can get a car parked on both sides, and with some room in between, but it's not a huge one. It's a decent size, put it that way, for that area, because it's small over there. People don't realize how small, how contained that area is. The way that they film stuff, it makes it look so much bigger than it is, and I'll show you that too. But so, like I said, you go through the front door, out the sliding glass door, up a little embankment. There you go, embankment. That's a good word. And then up to the parking lot, and just be like straight line. I'm talking a beeline stride. A-E-I-O-U. I didn't do my mouth exercises. Like I said, I really don't do that, which I probably should start. Straight line. You're going to be at the parking lot now. You're going to just go walk straight across that parking lot, straight line, and you're going to come to what is like a small hill, like not very big, just small hill, and there's steps there. There's steps there that are new, they're fairly new, and they go directly up to this particular house right here. Now, see this blue shed on the first picture? Off to the right, our right? You're going to be seeing that shed here shortly in some of the other pictures, so it's going to like kind of show you. This is a different site that I actually found, which is pretty cool, because it's got historical photos of this house too, which it looks so much better before. I don't know why they did it this way. I mean, I don't know. It's really weird, because the historical pictures are much nicer. I mean, and it looks bigger too. It's really weird. It's got like a fence around it and all sorts of stuff. But anyway, we're just going to go with this right now. So there are 3 that live here, 2 brothers and a sister. So there's the oldest, which is Tyler, and then there's Matt, and then there's Madison. And she was in the same sorority as Xana and Maddie. Now Matt, he also put in his time at EcoShield, but now he is, while going to school, he also was in the service, and he's now a pilot. And he was, let's see, I know his dad was stationed out of Fallon, Nevada, which is where they teach the Top Gun fighter pilots. And his brother, Tyson, Ty Dubai, he goes by, he has graduated, and he took off to Puerto Vallarta for a while. I don't know if he's back now, but he graduated with a major in international marketing. Is that a red car out front? Oh, look at there. Oh, what is that? What is that? Is that a truck? It looks like a truck in the front and a car at the backside. Is that a truck or a car? Could that be a Mustang, you guys? Whoa, I just now noticed that. I've never seen that before. Interesting. So this is the living area as they walk through the front door. And then there's, of course, the kitchen, which is overlooking, I believe, the back deck. I'm pretty sure that's where that is, because you'll see the tree here in a second. So they could be doing dishes and watching what's happening at the King Roadhouse. One of the rooms looks like one of the guys' rooms. Maybe, who knows? Matt. Look at the drawers are all they're quite adventuresome. They actually came from. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, you guys. That's a cord to possibly a camera, maybe a laptop, hanging out the window, on the window ledge. I wonder where this room is facing. Whoa. So they must have like a little family, like a bar room or something is what that looks like. That looks like a actual, like a rec room type thing. Because that looks like it could be like a bar situation. Oh, that's what, okay, so the stove comes around. Okay, I get you. It wraps around, so the kitchen isn't totally contained like that. Because that would drive me nuts. What do they have up there? Oh, Johnny Cash flipping people off, yeah. M&M's. Tissues, I don't know what's on the counter, but they could have cleaned this up before they took the pictures, don't you think? So wait a second. Oh, wait a minute. Do they have two different kitchens? Because that's not the same. That's a black fridge. They must have a separate kitchen down in a rec room somewhere. Because look, this one doesn't have a window. That's what it is. So there's a whole downstairs apartment, basically, is what it looks like. Huh. Okay. So who plays the guitar? Okay, so it is, because that goes right there. So that door off the bedroom goes into that downstairs kitchen. So they have like two different kitchens and two bathrooms. Okay. And here's one of the sheds, the garage shed area. And mind you, look, it's got the washing machines right here. Handy dandy with the wash basin, sink. Those are always handy. Gotta love those. Oh, look, they've got two washing machines. They got a stack washing machine in the back, and they got a regular one right here. So they can do double times in the washing area, right? Is that a tripod right there? Oh, no, it's a golf bag. Never mind, it's a golf bag on the stand. Okay, other golfers. Okay. So this is the back deck, which has got to be like the upper level. What's that right there? Bricks. So if you're looking here, okay, see in the back, see where there's what looks to be possibly a camera. Look up on this pole right here, off on the left of the photograph. There's something white on that thing, it looks like. Now that could be a camera, it could be a light. But right down, straight through, you're going to see the Twinkie, the ones I call the Twinkie Queen Road Apartments, right? And then there's the parking lot. You see the cars. Now, if I were to move, right there, that, my friends, is the King House. They are literally looking directly down into the, I mean, it's literally like it's like if you're in the balcony of a theater, but not really in the balcony. You're like in the first row, but just setting up a little bit. That is what is their bird's eye view right there. That's their view. Directly down. Right down in there. Right down in there. Nice big deck, too. Could fit a lot of people on that thing. Looks like it's been reinforced. That's good. Especially if you got a bunch of people. I could do some touch-ups and some fixer-uppers on that deck before it gets rotten. So, here you have it here. So they look down. So right here where it's enlarged, directly through, see the gray one that's the same color as the railings on this house, which, wow, it blends in so perfectly, doesn't it? Like they just flow one into the other. You can't even tell it's there. Those two windows right there, that is the place where they got the ring camera from, the outdoor ring thing on the front porch. That's that place. So in comparison to where the king house is, literally it's right there. Right there. And they also have, and right here, this is their backyard area. And right here, you can see, is Adam and Jack's house. Where they get up on the roof, and spy on people. Party hardy. And this right through here, that's the panty house right there. Sorry, got to call it that, but that's what it is. I mean, that's what we all kind of know it from, right? And so they cleaned this area out. Not just pretty recent, actually, because it didn't look like this before. Now, I do have pictures of like the fraternity, like on Instagram, pictures that shows the backyard, and they cleared these trees out, right? They cleared a bunch of trees out. Now, this, from when I first heard about them doing the house thing, I got the paperwork on that about, the gifting or whatever to, the university, blah, blah, blah. Well, there was something said about an easement road. That something was, there was a glitch somewhere because of the easement road. And I believe that's what this is. This is an easement road. See where these blocks are right here? Those big cement things. So I believe this might be a gate here. And this is where the dump trucks had to come up. And because the dump trucks and the things, when they demolished the house, there's no way they could have gotten up there and turned around. They had to have another road to come in, like a roundabout, right? Like a circular driveway. So that's what they did here. And that's why there was an issue in the beginning about that house, because it had to have this easement road is written into the property stuff. I'm not savvy about that kind of thing. All I know is that's what it said. And so basically the Moyes got dibs for the upper part, I guess, because the lower part seriously looks to be the easement road. So you'll see this in a second when I'm talking about. But when you're if they're sitting here at the fire pit, right? They have full view of all of the houses, every single one of them. But they even have a more so view of the king, because they have an upper bird's eye view, and it's more of a, I'm just gonna say spying kind of thing, because you wouldn't be able to see it per se as you would these guys. If they were sitting there, they'd be able to see what people were looking at them, or who they were looking at, but not so much with the king house. It's kind of hidden a little bit, but still very, very, very visual. Now these are really new. Like these are, they're quite new, these steps. Right before, I think that they did this right before, like maybe in September, October. I'll have to go back and look in those. I'll have to go look in those body. That would be a good one to look in, the Rosendahl green body cam, the Kaylee one, the noise complaint, and see what it looked like back there, because we probably would be able to tell. But they've got their little pit out there. Now see here, they've got a small set. Basically, this is a small set of stairs, almost like a barrier, like a containment wall type thing, that builds up the side, because that steps down into that little gravel pit area. So this area up here, probably you can walk directly into the bottom level of this house. Now the newer ones that they just recently put up are these. And so the bottom of these steps is right at the back parking lot, right behind the king house. The king house that has a parking lot right behind it. These start at the parking lot, and they go up the side to the upper house level, which is where that blue shed is, and that is those are newer stairs. Those were just slapped together, it looks like to me. I don't know about you guys, but they look like they're just slapped together. Let me take this back. I'm here. These steps were there, except the ones with the moss on them. But the other ones by the gravel pit, those are pretty new. Now, so are these steps. These are pretty dang new too, because these steps go directly up to that shed on the side of the house. So there's 3 sets of stairs. Now, if you look at these were pretty recently just dug into that thing, and I just used a big old piece of bamboo for the railing, which is okay, no big deal, but I'd hate to fall off those babies, wouldn't you? Eesh, that'd hurt. But those are pretty darn new, and like I said, they go straight up to that shed, which is right beside the garage. Up top, right here. So if you're looking at this shed right here, straight back behind it, you can see the top of the King Roadhouse, the roof right there. You can see it. And in this shed, what we got here? Lots of ladders. Looks like a big roll of plastic. What is that? Big roll of plastic. No, that's a... Oh, is that a baffle? What is that? Oh, it's a part of a motorcycle. Oh, it's a seat. Is that a seat? Well, it's got some mud on it. 88, huh? I wonder... You know, it says that during that time there was things being ridden out there, like, you know, dirt bikes and ATVs and stuff. I mean, I don't know, but they look pretty muddy. Isn't it pretty normal for when you put your bikes and stuff away? Don't you guys, like, clean them? I mean, you don't put them away dirty like that, do you? That's not good for them. Yeah. Shovels, rakes, normal stuff goes inside a shed, except for maybe the bikes. So here's the front of the house after they did the remodeling, which was like, I think they did some... I'll have to look into that, so don't quote me on that. But I know it was in that same vicinity of when the murders happened, because I've seen the pictures of it prior to that, and it needed some work. In fact, it got a new front door. The steps are done, are made newer. There's several things that were done, but this porch wraps around. Oh, there's even more steps. There's steps down this side too. Look at that. What's that in the tree? Looks red. What is that? Don't tell me that's a red backpack, man. Don't tell me. That's weird. So yeah, so this wraps around, and even on stroke. So this must be like you were standing on the front of the deck, like I showed you before. This must just wrap around the other side of it. And then there's one little walkway there. It looks like even 2 or 3 straight through there, actually. I want to know what that red thing is. I can't tell from here. Maybe you guys can see better on your big computer type thing. Yeah, so it's interesting houses like this, because it's like I always wonder, because I'm not, when I get into a house I can see it, but like from the outside, and then I walk in, I'm like going, whoa, this is totally different from the outside. Well, that's how this one is, right? Now I wonder if this one's got cameras. It looks like a camera right in front there, doesn't it? I could be wrong. But that looks like a ring. That looks like it might be a camera there too. I would think, here's my thing. Since there is the sister, and let me tell you, these 2 boys, these 2 brothers, they're protective of her. In fact, they don't do anything apart from each other. They are always together in all their pictures, all the time, and they are very protective of her, as they should be, right? But so if you don't think that there's no cameras on this house, you got to be crazy, because there's cameras on this house. I could almost guarantee that, just because of the way that they are they protect each other. And let me tell you, you'll see some of the pictures. They do protect each other. Okay, now I'm going to show you the historical photos, which it's going to blow your mind. Unless they've got these backwards, which I don't think, because this house right here was sold. Let me see when it was sold. Price undisclosed. Sold July 14th of 2021. So this is how new they are to this house. Now, why? They're Army brats, right? Air Force brats, whatever you want to call them, I'm not sure, but some type of brat. And so they've traveled all over. July 14th, 2021. So that's really recent. Really recent. Let's see. But look at look at how light and bright this is, you guys. I was just loading up, so let me give it a second here. I mean, you guys, this looks like a totally different house, doesn't it? This is crazy. So I wonder, it walks in. Maybe somebody else, someone who knows houses, can figure out this layout compared to the other one. I should do side by side. I should take screenshots and do side by sides. That's what I'll do. That's going to take me a while, but wow. I mean, this is so bright and airy and pretty. Is that a pink refrigerator? If so, that is cool. Oh, I love the pink and the Granny Apple Green. I love Granny Smith Apple Green. It's so great in the kitchen. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. Unless this is the new one. I mean, I can't imagine that they would go from this to the other one. This looks way more updated, don't you guys think? I mean, the colors are so airy. Look at the bathroom. It even looks bigger, clean. Although the other one does look like students live in it, but this one kind of got the student lived in stuff. So it goes downstairs. Okay, so this is a good view. And that's the back deck right there, I'm assuming. It's a pretty good sized house, really. So look at the front yard. I mean, look at that. That looks so much nicer. They must have just done this. This has to be the new one because that's the new steps. So this must be the new remodel they did after. But why is it listed? Why does it say historical photos on it? That's weird. Because that is the new door, and this would make more sense. Yeah, because it's manicured through there now. They took all those things out of there. But look, there's no fire pit there either. So no, these got to be older ones. And those one steps aren't there either. No, these are the old ones. Wow. Look how different it looks. It's almost like they cut that place in half, but it's like we just can't see the other side of it the way that they've got it. Because the house is a lot bigger than we think it is from the street, you know? Yeah, look at that. So 2017. Well, those houses aren't new down there, those other ones. God, that's so weird. I got the hiccups here. So, yeah, so it's not showing, actually, okay, there it is. So, and this is really interesting, too. Look at, no, I'm going to burp. See where Taylor is right there. See where the arrow is, where the little kite thing is. It shows, you know, where the house is, right? Where the one we're looking at, 1260. And see how off to the left where Walenta Drive comes up, and you go Taylor, and then you can go up, and then you can either go left or right on Walenta. Well, look at how it's set back in there. I mean, it's literally, no lie, like it's setting on top of that 1122 King Road. They're right there. Of course, then you got your Linda. Oops, 2 fingers to move the map. Okay, no problem. Blake Avenue's on the other side of Linda Lane. I was wondering about that. And Deacon. Okay, so it was said that The second car that was used, which was a Genesis, was like I think that's a van, a minivan of sorts, and of course the Elantra. That the minivan was parked on Deacon Place, and that's where after it all happened, that's where they went in the other car to Deacon, and that's where they switched clothes out. That's where they ended up driving, whoever drove the car, to get out of there and dump the car, whatever it was. That's what it was said. Pure speculation. This is just what I've heard, what I've seen written down. There's a whole write-up on it in the 4chan or Fratanon, whatever it's called, and it describes everything. It describes 5 people. One was to watch, and I think one was a car. Let me see, because it said 3 people. I'm gonna wait on that, because I'll link it in here, I'll overlay it in here somewhere so you can see which one I'm referring to. But first I thought it was Genesis, which is right by Johnson Road, which would in turn link in the car that drove out by Johnson Road, and that still could be it, because they're saying it took off to it says Genesis, but the town's called Genesee, so it could be. I mean, they're always playing on words in those things, so who knows, right? Yeah. So there you have it, right there. That's where the house is. Let's see the street view. And there's your black truck. Sitting right on up there. I mean, my God, it looks so much better before, right? What's back there? Is that a Jeep? Oh yeah, that's Ty's Jeep. And that, okay, so this car is Madison's, the Jeep is Ty's, and the black truck is Matt's. Yeah. Wow. I mean, wow. So we're going to go back down this way. See how fast that is to get there? Literally, it's just right on the corner. And if anybody came up, like if they wanted to escape, they could have come up those steps, walked this way, and then walked around and went back down those steps to get back down to where they were going to, get away from everything. Or they just could have kept on cruising. And this is where they said the white Elantra came from that morning. They say Indian Hills, but if you keep going, that's when Indian Hills. So you might as well say Walenta, right? Now, you know who lives in Indian Hills? Wait for this one. What just happened? Whoa. It don't want me going there, you guys. Did you see that? It won't let me go down there. What's down there they don't want us to see? It'll let me go backwards down there, but not forward down there. Now that is weird. Okay, wait a second. That's bizarre. This drives me nuts when it does this. Man. Okay, so obviously they don't want me seeing something. So anyway, who else lives up there on Indian Hills? Okay, let me get back to a different page here first before I start that one out.